Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever episode of Your Hometown Friend, a podcast brought to you by the Bank of St. Elizabeth. Today we are talking with Ben Holterman of Freeburg, the Freeburg branch of the Bank of St. Elizabeth. Ben, welcome.
Hey, how's it going, Dave? It's good to be here.
Thank you for being here today, and we are going to talk about some of the banking products that we offer here at the Bank of St. Elizabeth. Can we start off with mobile wallet? Can you tell me what a mobile wallet is?
Absolutely. So you're in luck. I get pretty excited about mobile. Yeah, absolutely. But no, it's a really cool feature that we're able to do here with our debit cards, and it's something that's been around for a little while, but I don't think everyone is as comfortable with them as they need to be to use them. So there's a study done that 2/3 of the people that currently don't use a mobile wallet, the reason for they're not using it is that they're just not comfortable with it, and they don't really trust it yet. So that's kind of why I'm glad we're doing something like this today, is to really get some information out there to people, let them know why it's secure and it's easy to use, and just really give them some information so they can kind of make that decision. So
well, I can tell you, we talked before about it. I had it loaded on my phone, and now everywhere I go, I pull that thing out and use it. And
yeah, you're putting it to use.
Oh, it's so
nice.
Easy, so quick, and you do get some strange looks from people. Like,
yeah,
why are you pointing your phone at this thing?
Yeah,
but it really is convenient. It's so easy. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, so it's something that, it's becoming a lot more relevant. A lot of places are starting to take it. Your big merchants obviously have had it for a while. But even in central Missouri, you're starting to see some more places go into it, that they accept it. So it's something that, like you said, you're going to get some weird looks at first because people just aren't comfortable with it yet. They're like, what the heck are you doing? But it's something that actually is more secure than your traditional debit card or credit card interchange, So that's something that we want to kind of try to explain today as why it's more secure, so more people start feeling comfortable with it. So kind of diving into that to really describe why it's more secure, I got to kind of explain how it works, the process of it. And I don't want to get too in the weeds because it would put you to sleep. But the main process of it is basically you upload your card into your phone, and whenever it comes time to do a transaction, you're at the grocery store, gas station, wherever you're at, comes time to pay, you pull your phone out and your card information's already loaded on there, okay? So whenever it's time to complete your transaction, it generates a token. Now that token is basically scrambled information from your card, and it goes to their payment system, okay? So it makes a one-time token for that payment. Once it's used, that token is pretty much useless. You can't unscramble the stuff from the token. None of your actual card information or personal information is ever put into that place's system. It's just a token that's just random scrambled information, and it makes the payment for you, and then you're done. So really, it's just like leaving no trace of you ever being there. So how that's different than a normal card transaction, whenever you use your debit card or credit card, you insert your EMV chip or swipe it, basically your card information is loaded into that place's payment system. So say you go to Walmart, you buy your groceries, you put your payment in, they're going to have your card information for a set amount of time, and every business is different. There's some that, dump that information every week, once a month, once a day, it just depends where you're at. But the risk comes from your card information is on that system until they do their next dump, basically. So it's something that you want to try and eliminate that risk. And by doing your tokenization with your mobile wallet, that's how you take that risk out. Because even if it's stored on that payment system for a month, 2 weeks, whatever it is, your card information is not actually on there. But whenever you use an actual card to use a transaction like that, like insert it or swipe, they're going to have your card information on that system for a period of time.
Okay.
So yeah, and then we've seen kind of examples of that, around the world. It happens every day. It's something that's very real. People try to hack into the payment systems and get card information, so then they can make fake cards, commit fraud, start just taking stuff from your account, using your account number and things like that. So that's a very real thing. It happens a lot, and it's not just around the globe, around the United States. It happens in central Missouri,
I was
too.
going to say that hits close to home.
Yeah, it
I
does.
mean, and you hear about it a lot. It's some of the grocery stores or retail places all of a sudden are like, hey, by the way, we may have had a little data breach.
Yes. Yeah. There's some more famous ones. I think earlier in 2019, there's a big one at Target. That was kind of a nationwide one. But then in the fall, there was a local one in Hy-Vee. That was kind of around central Missouri, and we had hundreds of customers affected by that. So that's us issuing them new cards, having to shut down their old one. And it's kind of a hassle for the customer themselves as well, because their information's out there and it's at risk. So
Not to jump ahead though, but if they have the mobile app, it makes it a lot easier.
absolutely, and we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, but the mobile app, you could also prevent that too. But to prevent it before it even happens, that's where we want to use this mobile wallet and the tokenization. So, I mean, yeah, that's easily prevented because your information's never on their system. So basically what happened, at the Hy-Vee one, someone got in there, got a hold of their payment system, and they said, all right, if you've shopped here from, this date to this date, you're at risk because they've got that information. So the mobile wallet, the tokenization, that's kind of a way to mitigate that risk and take that out of there. So,
and the ease of use is, I mean, I know on my phone, I double click the button on the side and it's there ready to go.
Yeah.
And you hold it to the little box there that has the little squiggly lines, and all of a sudden there you go, you're off to the races. And you're following a prompt and it's done.
And that's one of the benefits also. The main benefit is the security that we kind of talked about already, but the ease of use, it's so simple. And it's something that, once that card's in there, and it depends what kind of phone you have. If you have any type of smartphone, it doesn't have to be an Apple, an iPhone. It can be Android, Samsung, anything like that. They have a mobile wallet feature. So they all act very similar, but it's something that, all of them have this same feature, and they're all very easy to use and load our card. And our card is actually compatible with all of them. So anyone that's got a smartphone and a debit card, you've got access to use this. And it's totally free. You don't have to pay for the app. You don't have to pay for the card. And each time you use it, there's no fee or anything. It's just like swiping your debit card. So it's easy to use. It's free. And, it takes, I think we did it that day. It took maybe 2 minutes to put that thing in there. Yeah. It's super easy to upload into your phone. And we've actually added an extra layer of security on that. Once you put your card number in your phone and you put that information in there, there's a little prompt for us to activate it. You actually call the Bank of St. Elizabeth. Mm-hmm. We have one of our customer service basically ask some questions about your account to say, hey, we're going to confirm this is you. Is this your date of birth? What's your address? What's your social? Stuff like that, just to get another added layer of security, just so some random person can't grab your card and add it to their wallet.
Well, and not to mention, too, the facial recognition that your phone has, your thumbprint recognition. I mean, it's not like somebody finds your phone and all of a sudden it's like they found your debit card. Yes. I mean, there's another level of security there that offers.
Absolutely,
Again, if you go use your card, which, I mean, we're not saying that using your card is the end of the world.
No.
But when you do go in, they put the little cover over the finger pad for a reason. You know what I mean? This eliminates the need to use that anyway.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I think it's a very, very helpful and very smart thing to have on your phone.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned the extra kind of layers of security with your phone. Inherently your phone has security features on it already that don't have anything to do with the mobile wallet. You've got your passcode to get in it, the facial recognition, the thumbprint. All of those things are also layers of security that are now applied to your wallet because it's housed in your phone. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, there's always security risk out there. It's becoming more and more relevant each day. So the more levels of security that you can put on to mitigate that risk, I mean, why not? I mean, you might as well add it to there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's a great product. Like I said, I'm calling me a dinosaur, but I never use that. And then after talking to you, I was like, you know what? I've seen this on here. I'm going to do it and see how it works. And I think I went in, I don't know, somewhere and put the phone on. I want to make sure nobody was looking, in case I did this wrong. But it was very easy, went through.
And that's something, like I said, the people that have never used it, it's something that not a lot of people are comfortable with. I mean, like I mentioned that study earlier, 2/3 of the people that don't use it, it's just they don't really know about it, they don't understand it, so they're like, oh, I'm just going to keep swiping my card, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and that's fine. And I know for me, after thinking through it, I thought, okay, well, yeah, I could take it or leave it until your card is one of those that gets stolen, or there's a data breach or whatever, and then you have funds missing.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe I should get that mobile wallet.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, it's just that extra layer of security that's available. So I mean, in today's world, why not take advantage of that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Ben, can we move on and talk about the mobile app?
Yeah. So we kind of briefly touched on that earlier. We were talking about Say you are using your debit card for swipes, and your information gets stolen, and someone uses your information to make a purchase. We have ways on the app that you can actually find that out in real time, and you can actually shut your card off. So one of the things that I love about it is the alerts. You can set alerts for certain transaction amounts. You can say, all right, anything over $20, I want my phone to get a notification that that happened. Or you can do $100. You can set that wherever you want, or you can see every transaction. That's totally fine. Someone like me, I like to stay on top of things. Mine's set very low. So anytime, I'm using my card, I get a little notification sent to my phone that says, hey, you just used your card at Joe's Market. So I'm like, yep, that was me. No big deal. So the thing about the alerts is you can say, all right, your card was used somewhere in New York. Well, I'm in Mid-Missouri. That obviously wasn't me. So I can go in and shut my card off, actually. So it's nice that, I don't have to catch that on my next statement or the next time I log in. It's a real time. You get an update, hey, there's transactions being done on your card. Mm-hmm. And that's a really nice feature that you can use the app for. And really the on-off feature with the debit card is something that plays along with that. Because say you are worried about a transaction that wasn't you, you can turn your card off instantly on the app. Call into us. We'll kind of get it figured out for you. Once all is well, you can turn it back on. And I use that feature a lot actually for a lost wallet. I lose my wallet all the time. Yeah. I mean, and I know I'm probably going to eventually find it back, but for the peace of mind, it's nice to turn your card off on your phone. Say, all right, I lost it. I'm sure I'll find it in the dryer or in the seat cushion somewhere, but it's nice to have that turned off while you're looking for it, just so you're not worried about if it actually is stolen or missing, that someone can just grab your card and start making purchases. So
I did that the other day. I had put my debit card behind another card.
Yep.
And again, I was using the mobile wallet, didn't really think much about it. And I thought, where is that card?
Yeah.
And didn't see it. And all of a sudden it was like, did I leave this somewhere? And immediately I was like, I need to get on mobile app, shut this thing off, and then found the card.
Yeah, and that's what's so nice about it. You can turn that thing off instantly, but then you're not committed to deactivating the card, having to get a new one.
Yeah.
Once you find it back, you can turn it right back on, and you're good to go, just like you were before.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite thing of it, because I lose mine. I mean, probably once a month I misplace my wallet. So
yeah, and
it's nice.
Again, the added security of that, the alerts are amazing. I mean, because if you think about it, a lot of times people don't know until it's too late.
Yeah,
they don't
absolutely.
know until someone's already charged this amount, this amount, this amount, and then they go check their statement, and all of a sudden it's I'm out.
What are these?
$2,000.
Yeah.
Where did this come from? I'm like, well, that was in Argentina.
Some of the most common ways we find that customers find out about these things happening is, one, they'll go to use their card and it says insufficient funds, and they're like, well, I know I have plenty of money in there. Well, it's been happening for a week or so. They've been racking it up, and they've spent what you got. So a lot of times, like you said, it is a little bit too late once you find it out. Now, you call it, report it. We're going to do everything we can to correct it for you and get that money back. But it's a pretty big hassle to go through for you, and it's just nice to have ways that you can stop that ahead of time. Once the first one happens, you're like, that's not me. Something's fishy's going on. You got that alert. You shut that card off right away, and you have a lot less of a headache to deal with afterwards, which is awesome.
And the great thing, I mean, adding on to the mobile app is just being able to see a snapshot of your account, and it's in real time. I mean, if you make a purchase, it's reflected in your amount really quickly.
Yeah, it's right there for you.
It's on there fast.
Absolutely. So yeah.
You can keep track of that as well, instead of, you remember the old days, you had to go to the ATM and it was like balance inquiry. No, I don't need that. I got it on my phone.
Yeah, you've got your balance inquiry 24/7. You've got it handy right in your mobile wallet and your mobile app. And another alert that's nice. You're talking about your balances is you can set it to where you can set it to where it shows a minimum balance. So once you get down to, you can say, all right, I want my minimum balance to be $100. Well, once your account gets down to that, it'll actually send you a notification. It says, hey, your balance is $98. That's below your minimum balance that you had set in your alerts. So it's a nice way to know, like, oh, there's some bills that came in that I kind of forgot about. My insurance came out or something like that you weren't necessarily thinking of. And it's nice to know that as it happens, rather than after the fact when you go spend money that day and you're like, oh shoot, I didn't know all that stuff came out. So there's just a lot of added security features, but then there's also some that are just for convenience, and it's just a really nice tool to have.
And so also on the also on the mobile app, you can do transfers,
Yes. Yep.
There's you can find all the locations of where all the branches are, how close you are to one of those locations.
Yeah.
Any kind of info on your account is available.
Yeah. So there's so many great features to that. It's easy to move money back and forth from your different accounts or make payments from an account to a loan. And yeah, you can find our locations, even find our ATM locations. Which you don't have to worry about if you have a rewards account, because you get free ATM, so you can use any ATM. A little plug in there.
It keeps getting better.
Yeah. There's always something more. Yeah. But no, it's there's a lot of great features to the app, and it has some great security in itself too. Just like your phone, you can put a passcode, fingerprint, Face ID. So it's a great feature that's really convenient for the customer, but also it has a very good level of security to it as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Ben, can we touch on? Is there anything else about the app? I mean, we covered quite a bit on the app. I mean,
absolutely.
That's kind of one of those two that you get in, dive in, and
oh man, we could talk all day on the app.
Yeah.
So no, the app, those are some of the highlights. So those are some of my favorite features of it. But what I encourage people to do is, if you don't have the app, please go to the App Store and download it. It's free. It's really easy to use, and honestly, just kind of play around on there. There's so many different features on there that you might not know about. And if there's something that you're confused about or don't know how to use, give us a call. I mean, that's what we're here for.
I can't think of any reason why somebody would download that and go, "Oh, I'd never use this."
Yeah, that's what I mean. You get, there's going to be something that you're going to use. Yeah, it has something for everybody.
Can we talk about change to dollars?
Yeah, so that's a product we rolled out in 2019. And basically, it's an automatic savings tool that you can add to any checking account you have with us. So basically, every transaction you have either in a store or online, it'll round that transaction amount up to the nearest dollar. So I go buy a soda at the gas station for $1.20. It's going to put 80 cents from there. It's going to transfer 80 cents into my savings. So basically, with each transaction you're making, it's just taking the difference and it's putting it in your savings. So it's kind of like a virtual money jar, or a change jar. Yeah. And it's something that, we've had out for a little while now, about 10 months or so, and we've seen some really positive feedback on it. It's really helped people grow their savings and really budget a savings without having to actually line out money you're putting aside each month. So I think so far this year, it's saved a little over $16,000 total for our customers. So that's something we're really excited about. And, around Christmas time when it came up, we had some people call in and say, this is great. There's an extra $250, $300 in my savings that I was not planning on being there, that I didn't physically put there, And so it's something great for end of the year bills, Christmas at the end of the year, stuff like that. And it's just a nice tool for it's so hard to save these days. There's so many different things you can spend money on. Stuff's always trying to get you to pay for stuff. And it's just nice to have that to where it can automatically budget savings into your budget without really having to do a whole lot of work.
Well, and with people not carrying quite as much cash around as they used to,
yep.
This is essentially the old coffee can
it
on
is.
The on the nightstand.
Yes, it is.
That you're popping your change in, and then once a year you go dump it at the bank, and they give you,
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the same, essentially the same.
Yeah,
thing.
it's the exact same concept. It's your virtual change jar is what it is. Yeah. So it's a product that like I said, we rolled it out last year, and there's more people signing up for it every day. And like I said, it's available on any checking account you have with us. So it's no cost, and it's just an extra savings tool to kind of help you grow that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, we've kind of hit on the big banking products that we have here. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, like
did you have a good Christmas, New Year's?
It was good. It was a good holiday season, but it was really fast. And
it did go by quick.
It went by quick, and with the timing of the days is right in the middle of the week. So I feel
Isn't that weird.
Yeah, I feel like we've had like 3 Mondays in the past 10 days, but at the same time we're getting 3 Fridays also. So yeah, I'm excited for everything to kind of get back to normal. But yeah, it was a great.
This
great
was your
season.
First Christmas as a married couple, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
And with a new puppy, we had to throw that in there too.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. So no, it made for a really fun holiday season for sure.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Please stay tuned to the Bank of St. Elizabeth Facebook page, Instagram, and our website for future episodes. And ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap.